Our families could not have been more different. Like, completely different. Diwali in Sasural. Especially I wear kurtis. That's my style in the videos. So he has to go and make money. And I have to have fun. That's a death sentence for him. I am Polina and this is Vila and we are Russian banyas living in India. By the way, this cat we got her from Russia. She is a Russian citizen. Today we will talk about the real challenges of being an intercultural couple. The first real challenge was the language. So I speak very good English, right? It's almost like my native language. And the whole family of my husband speaks good English. So it was really easy for me to get adjusted to everybody, to start talking to everybody and so on. But for him, because he spoke very minimal Russian, just a few very basic words, it was kind of tough for him at first. But then actually my grandparents taught him quite a few Russian words and he remembered them and he managed to communicate with them very easily. Once my grandpa took my husband to see my grandpa's friends and they all managed to communicate in Russian and in monkey language. And all of them had a lot of fun. Language, even though it does seem like a major issue in any intercultural relationship, and both sides of the parents, grandparents and the families, if they're ready to adjust and if they are ready to make it work, it's actually really easily manageable. Number two are the traditions. Traditions in India is a huge thing. So there's Diwali, there's Karva Chauth, there's Holi, they're all different festivals. In Russia, we just have the New Year. The New Year is usually celebrated with the parents, but it's not a compulsory thing, and we don't have like this kind of very strict festivals in Russia at all. In India, it is very different, and every Diwali we have to go to Sasural. Diwali in Sasural. So in India, the traditions are so strong, everybody really follows them, and it's just non-negotiable. So for me, as a white person, as a foreigner, it was actually really tough to get adjusted to that many festivals. Like mother-in-law keeps on texting me, oh, tomorrow is this festival. You must put some henna on your hands and wear some pretty sari. I don't have time for that. And honestly, I don't celebrate every festival, but major ones I do, and that is a lot of pressure on me. Third one are the clothes and identity. So for the clothes, it's actually very straightforward. Indian clothes are amazing. They are really colorful, they are really pretty. Russian clothes are very elegant, very womanly, very feminine, sexy, I must say. So it was a very different thing for me. I mean, imagine like an Indian girl in a kurti and a Russian woman in a miniskirt. Completely different worlds. My style of dressing right now for the videos, for sure, I wear kurtis. That's my style in the videos. But generally, I just wear whatever I used to wear in China. It's just because it's easier. But I really love Indian clothes. It's just, they are so elegant. They are so beautiful. And you can wear them on daily basis. I honestly don't, but some people do, and I feel it's just so amazing. Number 4, and a very important number 4, it is drinking and non-veg food. Here, our families could not have been more different, like completely different. So in Russia, the older generation, they drink a lot. Not everybody, definitely, but general population, they drink a lot. I would say those uncles and aunties and grandpas and grandmas drink a lot more than younger people in Russia. Because it's just they are bringing, like at that time they had nothing to do, they would go to the factory, they would work at the factory, they would come back, get drunk, be happy, right? It just was the culture. In India, on the other hand, the people of that generation, especially daddies and dadas, how can you talk about drinking? Non-veg food. Non-veg food is something which is extremely normal in Russia. vegetarian food is not normal in Russia. I mean, look, it's a cold country. People need meat to survive because, first of all, the vegetables don't grow all year round, right? Meat can be there all year round. And plus, meat keeps you warm. And vodka keeps you warm, right? That's where it all comes from. So there's a lot of meat. At my daddy's house, there is meat 3 times a day, which is way too much for us. In India, especially Agrawal family, you guys know Banya, they are extremely vegetarian. But my Russian family, when they meet my Indian family, they respect the culture, so they don't eat meat or they don't drink right in front of them. And my Indian family respects my Russian family, so whenever my mother comes to Dietary, they are always like, okay, let's go and you can have some non-vegetarian food. So they do this kind of exception for her. So it's really cute to see how both of them try to adjust, but they make it work really well because our families are actually really good friends. Number 4, other things which my husband must do at home. It's like non-negotiable. We Russian women, we are very house-oriented, like family-oriented, right? We prefer traditional gender roles, like he has to go make money, even though I do make money myself, but still he has to go and make money, and I have to have fun. So the house is my territory, the work is his territory. So at home, he cannot, let's say, lay on the bed in the outside clothes. We have inside clothes and we have outside clothes. If he sits on the bed in the outside clothes, that's a death sentence for him. There are a few other superstitions which we follow, but at the same time we do jaru every day, the Didi does, and we do lots of other things. For example, we have a cook that cooks Indian food on daily basis as well. So it's a mix of things. Another thing is money, gifts, and invisible rules. Actually, those two are very similar in Russian and in Indian culture, like extremely similar. So in Russia, whenever you go to somebody's home, you must bring some kind of gift. In India, that's exactly the same thing. Then the money, the parents give you money all the time, even though you might not need them, even though you might be making more money than them, but that's what they do, which is very sweet. And when we go out, like to eat in a restaurant, in India and in Russia, we always pay, my husband and I, even though the parents do give us like money. Let's say, want to buy an apartment, here is your money. Right, both sides. But let's say restaurants, small expenses, clothes, we buy for them. I don't know why it is like this, but both sides are completely the same. Now the bonus thing is the children and the names. So in Russia we have patronymic name. So my name is Polina, my patronymic name is Stanislavovna, which is my father's name plus ova. Basically it says I belong to my father, right? So I'm Polina who belongs to Stanislav, right? That's basically the name. And everybody has that patronymic name, everybody in Russia. Otherwise, yeah, you can't get a passport without it. So in India, there's no such a thing, right? I mean, for sure on a dark card, right? A son of somebody, right? A daughter of somebody. But on other ways, on other things, people don't write about that. So my husband really likes to talk about it. So let's say if we have a boy called Alexander, he would be Alexander Sanjivovich, Alexander Sidatovich, Alexander Rajivovich. So basically there would be Ovich, right, if it's a boy, and Ovna if it's a girl. And my husband thinks it's such a cute thing, we must have it. Names are different, right? In India it's just like, let's say, Sanjeev Agrawal, Siddharth Agrawal, whoever Agrawal, Rajiv Agrawal, right? But in Russian it is the name, the patronymic name, basically the name of the father, which my husband really loves this concept, plus the surname. So our children will be something something, Ovna, Ovich. If you like my videos, subscribe and see you more on my channel. Is kissing, hugging, holding hands, doing everything everywhere. You start talking about getting married on the 2nd week or 3rd week of dating, it's a super red flag. If you're 30, you live with your parents, oh God, that's like, bye-bye. What are you talking about? This would be a complete red flag. The guy is a playboy.